DEADPIT Radio fills us with delight. Horror movies and fun they play. I want to go back there if just for a day. Chat about gory things that they watch. Zombie tales and vampires munch. Slasher thrills and a ghost find prey. I want to go back there if just for a day. DEADPIT's on and I gotta stay. Back to their voices, let my troubles sway. Where horror roams and creatures play. I want to go back there if just for a day. Creepy fears on the full moon's cast. Rewind the scars from a bloody past. Redneck tales in December or May. DEADPIT wants to go back there if just for a day. Laughter echoes through the night. Fear and fun at Appalachian Light. Voices curse and the banjos play. I just want to go back there just for a day. DEADPIT's on and I gotta stay. Back to their voices, let my troubles sway. Where whole shit roams and the toothless play. I want to go back there just for a day.
Hey! Woo! How's everybody doing, bulls? This is the Vinegar Syndrome partner label sale, and we're just going to go ahead and get right into it because I ain't got a whole lot of time to mess around. But real quick, we got Phantasmat, Adrian James, Rambo's in here, the mayor, Austin Sanford. What in the hell's the beaver slip? Beaver slip is gone in 30 minutes. What the fuck is a beaver slip? Somebody's going to have to help me out on that one because that's interesting. All right, let's bring it up on the Megatron. That's what I'm calling this now. Instead of the Titantron, this is the Megatron. I'm sure that has not been used anywhere else ever. Hundreds of Beavers is a fun, weird little movie modeled an older silent film comedy. 2000 sold out in minutes. I never even heard of that. I don't even know what the hell y'all are talking about. We're going to find out right now. Look here. I'll make his shit bigger if I can. Fucking nonsense here. I'll mess around with it here in a second. No, I probably don't want to bring up the beaver slip. Is this real? The 2000 well, are we that like starved for entertainment at this point? Big Money Mark says the Keep Standard Edition is the poverty man's keep, which Big Money Mark is, he's not for the common man, so to speak. He's much more interested in the big money. Let's see here. We're going to blow this up. We've got a bunch of stuff that I have never personally heard of, but we're going to find out right now. A Little More Flesh from Art Label. Agfa's Bloodorama Triple Frightmare, which I'm curious to see what in the hell this is. Love Goddesses of Blood Island. Follow That Skirt. I swear to God, I thought that said Follow That Squirt. Which that is right there an awesome name for a movie. And then The Undertaker and His Pals. Follow That Squirt is a new film that DeadPit Pictures is releasing. So you have to wait on that one. God, some of this shit. It's funny. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. So as everybody knows, like this is like only partner labels. Like they've taken all of their other releases off, except I guess for the sale releases. Which we'll talk about here in a second. So we've got Film Movement Classics Candy Mountain, which I again am completely unfamiliar with, but it's directed by Robert Frank and Rudy Wurlitzer. And there's only 841 of those left in stock out of a possible 1,000. So that didn't sell as well as I think that they had hoped it would have. And then we've got Carnage for Christmas from Dark Star, which that looks pretty killer. Limited edition slip. There's only 819 left out of, I'm betting 1,000. Yep, 1,000 units. This is, it's Christmas, so come with us on a blood-soaked sleigh ride to the conservative hometown of trans true crime podcaster Lola. Worried about the town's reaction to her transition, Lola is ready to take on anyone this holiday season, but she didn't expect the person to be a Santa masked slayer. I almost want to watch that trailer. Almost, but not quite. That's Carnage Christmas. Carnage for Christmas. Sorry. Does anybody know anything about these? Yeah, they've got an X-Men movie on here. The coffee table was something else. Starts off pretty horrific and just keeps getting meaner. Yeah, that's true. They went to the local college. Good for saving money. Now I can get a box of the Farmer cards. Everybody, if you want to go over to Dark Foss Entertainment, the Farmer cards are on sale along with the Farmer. I don't know if you've heard, but the Farmer's on sale. It's a decent release, the Farmer. The Undertaker and his pals in Triple Frightmare 2 is really fun. Like a goofy cannibalism proto slasher from Dallas Jones. Also, just to make sure that you know, check out the Farmer. Lord, Vinegar Syndrome site just pisses me off more and more every time I try to navigate it. Cash Calls Hell, which that's an interesting title. This looks like an Asian release. I don't know if you noticed or not. There are 2,000 units of this. Fresh out of prison, a broken man reluctantly takes a job to kill 3 men, but changes his mind when some gangsters target the same men. From Hideo Goshi, starring Tatsuya Nakadea, Ichiro Nakatani, and Hashishi Agawa. These are blowing my mind. I don't know about you all. This is Chris Claremont's X-Men from ETR Media. This is a story. In the 1970s, X-Men was on the brink of cancellation, but Marvel decided to give the title one more shot when a young writer, Chris Claremont, was tasked with writing a new team of international X-Men. And 5 years later, it was the biggest title in comics. Follow this documentary to understand how that happened. The director commentary, limited to 1,000 units. There's only 829 left. Shitchy pints. Field Movement has Close Your Eyes, which I don't even care. Cinephobia is releasing the coffee table. Now, this movie right here has got a huge buzz. I will probably buy this, guys, because it's only 713 left out of 1,000. I heard a ton of people. Is this the one that everybody's been talking about lately that's like super disturbing? Like, it has to be. There's not going to be another movie called The Coffee Table that's going to be on here. Let's see here. The coffee table. Yeah, I mean, everybody's been talking about that. If that's the same one, and like I gotta imagine it is. Don't forget the farmer trading cards. Scratch says that coffee table's a good one. The mayor says Chris Claremont was one of the best X-Men writers. Yeah, so that one, the coffee table, will be one that I definitely pick up. And it will probably be sold out by the end of, I'd say by tomorrow at some point. Just knowing the way things are going right now. Well, for some reason, Vinegar Syndrome is hotter than a $2 pistol. So, Dad and Stepdad from No Budge Entertainment. That sounds like a classic. I'm going to skip that for right now. Death Laughs Among Us from VHS Shitfest, the complete works of John Schnall. Boy, VHS Shitfest is really just cranking them out. This one right here, boys. Shudder's Kuso. I'm telling you, like I've seen a lot of covers, but this one might be one of the best. I don't think you really need to say much more than that. There's 748 of them left. That cover alone should make you want to buy one right now. I don't know what the movie's about. I don't think I want to know, but it's there. Called one of the best. I don't. Sorry, I thought they're talking about Shutter. Nobody gives a shit about Shutter right now. Broadcasting through a makeshift network of discarded televisions, Kuso is a shifting series of vignettes tangled in the aftermath of Los Angeles's worst earthquake nightmare. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's see here. CK says, "Oh fuck of the X-Men though." Chips, regardless, says Kuso, directed by the man responsible for what could be the worst segment in the history of the VHS series. They're all the worst segments to me. Kuso says, "Wild," directed by Flying Lotus. It was an early Shutter original. Kuso says, "Kind of rad," says Nicholas Day. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that's right. LA earthquakes equal shit in your pints and do a little dance in your khaki pints when you shit on your pints. Hundreds of Beavers right here is what y'all were talking about. That sold out. That what? So the standard edition is on like getting ready to sell out. So what? I'm confused as to what it is about this movie, considering I've never heard of it, that would make it sell out. Is it just because it's called Hundreds of Beavers? Like, what the fuck what is going on in the physical media landscape? Somebody has to know. It's the best movie of the year, says a nerd. Beavers has been a huge indie hit this year. I am so utterly confused by this movie right now. But I'm going to go ahead because since I don't know anything about it and this is the new trend, I'm going to hop on the Hundreds of Beavers bandwagon. Listen, everybody, you need to pick up Cartoonist Hundreds of Beavers because like it's the indie breakout success of the year. If you don't have it, you ain't worth a shit in my book. And my book's the only book that counts, so you need to pick it up. Saturn, of course, got Dogs in Quicksand, that's not good. If your dog's in quicksand, you need to get it out. I'd recommend a rope. Utopia has The Line, which also looks like the most generic thing humanly possible. I'm wondering, is it a slasher? That's the only thing that might save it. No, it's some nonsense. Okay. Yeah, enough of that. Maybe It's Love, which was that a Cinderella song? Icarus Films has no home movie. No home movies. I think that's Aussie. CIP has Orders. Shudder has The Sacrifice Game. That's probably already sold out because people ain't gotten there since. Yellow Veil Pictures has Sweet, Sweet Lonely Girl. CIP has Larry Kent's Vancouver trilogy, which includes Sweet Substitute, When Tomorrow Dies, and The Bitter Ash. That's interesting. And this one is really interesting. The CIP Pictures bundle, the Tales for All bundle, which includes The Dog That Stopped the War, The Great Land of Small, and The Christmas Martian. That is pretty badass. Like, that might actually be something worth picking up for $45. That is pretty cool. I give them credit for that. For people that are fans of those weird films like that, yeah. TJ says, I like beavers. That's all I'll say. Fair enough. Justin Smith, you can't pass up on beavers now. Like, I think you need to realize. Now I'm on the beaver bandwagon. What would you call that? Like, what's a good mask? Like, well, a beaver is a mascot, but like, we need a catchy phrase for the beavers, like the beaverettes or the non-beavers. You have definitely felt it live if you don't have Hundreds of Beavers with that slipcover. You should be ashamed. Regardless, says he's sick of Canadians. Damn, that's a hot take. Okay. Eager Beavers. That's it. You ain't worth a damn if you ain't an eager beaver. Get you gums around them eager. Get them teeth sunk in to the slipcase edition of Hundreds of Beavers. But anyway, let's see what else is on this shit. Field Movement has 20,000 species of bees. Okay. And I think that's it. Like, we're into the other section. Once you get to Adam Green's Aladdin, that's where I know the stopping point is, both in life and on this page. So I may get that CIP bundle, man. That's a great deal on those. And I'm definitely going to go ahead and get the coffee table just because there's so much hype about that movie and I haven't seen it. And it's definitely going to sell out today. So those are my picks. Anybody else have anything on here? On the sale portion, I noticed this too. Like, they've still got like the sale stuff up. So like, there's 75% off stuff on up. They've still got those listed. And just looking through here, so far there's absolutely nothing I would buy. This is their partner label stuff, it looks like. Still nothing I would buy. There's 157 of shit that's 60% off. There's a lot of stuff on here, it looks like, that you could get if you want some of their like older partner label stuff. 50% off on this bunch of trash. And 40% off. Oh, they got the sadness up. The sadness. That's standard with 1,000 left, 40% off. The sadness. Yeah, so. I'll have to go more through that later when I have time, because there's, like I said, 150 like titles for selling that one 60% off alone, I think. Yeah, so a lot of stuff on there, but be sure to check out the Farmer and the Sadness. Bunch of junk, says Lawn Furniture. He goes in for the kill. All you believers out there, you eager beavers. Cool Duder's mom said he ordered a copy of I Am a Sex Addict, so that's good. I can't even say that word on here, Chips, regardless, or I get in trouble. TerraVision is releasing Monster Squad on VHS, and it's about to sell out too. Everybody get over there. Sincere question. Is this truly the bottom of the barrel? No. No, oddly enough, this is not the bottom of the barrel. It's close. It's like 3/4 down into the barrel, but like I've seen worse. Jerry L says most of the stuff will be $8 to $15 soon. Kurgan, the interrogator says, I've snagged up orders of CIP. They haven't missed for me personally with the releases I've gotten. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty true. Feels like the CIP movies in the bundle will be $10 next month. Who knows? Oh, God. Well, I tell you, that one I'm actually a little bit more excited about than Congo. I think Rambo will agree. I'll bet Rambo's secretly more excited about the Relic in 4K than he would admit. He's not gonna sell out Congo, but I bet secretly he's more excited about the Relic. Thank you, Brogu. We appreciate that as always. And Rambo agrees with that. There we go. I think the Relic is a much better film, and I think we can all agree. So yeah. The Absence of Milk and the Mouse of the Lost. That sounds like one of them titles that what's that shitty band? Panic at the Disco. You remember when, like, back in the day, that band and a couple other bands, they had the weirdest friggin' titles for songs because they thought they were being alternative. It would be shit like there's a pack of llamas outside with sweaters and I don't know why. That'd be like the name of the song. Like they had sincere songs like that, but like I'm trying to think of what one of them actually was because I thought this is the dumbest shit. Like it was something like these are the only tables, lady, until you figure out like there's more tables. It was something. I could look it up, but I don't care. Anybody that likes Panic at the Disco or some bands like that will probably like know some of these songs, and you can post the actual titles in there. I love making fun of shit like that because it's always something really long and abstract. So you could just like come up with stuff all day long. Like there's a pickle in my jar and it's floating into the top. It was stuff like that, really. It's like, you don't understand me, but my mother does. Like, those were the titles to the song. They didn't have anything to do with the songs, by the way, but they just came up with these really long, abstract titles. And that reminded me of that. The Absence of Milk in the Mouth of the Lost. All right. Anything else new on here? Let's go to the exclusive product section. I'll bet that's the same old shit. Yep. Same old shit. Same old shit. I'm going to start an ECW chant about Vinegar Syndrome. Like they give a shit. They're selling out of fucking Beaver movies. Ain't nothing can bring them down now. So I guess I get off him by the coffee table. And then I'm going to check on them pharma cards. They're selling out quickly, I hear. But check us out over at DEADPIT.com. And check us out over on Instagram at Into the Dead Pit. Me and the creepy Kentuckian. I'm Uncle Bill. I got to get back because I got to go get some pharma cards. But I hope you guys enjoyed this by the coffee table. And say hello to your mom for me. See y'all.
I'd like to tell people, thumbs up the video, Uncle Bill.
Would you?
Yes. Thumbs it up with violence and fury and just love everything about it.
You hit the heart button, and you hit the ass button, and you hit the go fuck yourself button. Follow that up with the I don't give a shit button.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others. but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. Do you know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
We have a literal jukebox full of songs and thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to